how many different genders are there? That's the discussion video tonight. It's going off.
So I just quickly, I went to Monica just then and said we're going to make a video about how many genders are there, and she said, what? Because she's like, there's two. that reaction. And I told her there's lots of different ones. Like some people, I watched a video yesterday, and this lady in her 20s identified as a cat, and says she was born a cat, and yet she can speak, and she had a boyfriend, and that it was like a news reporter said to her that, and they're taking it so seriously. If I was a news reporter, I'd be laughing.
Yeah, so I'll be doing Paul Henry laugh.
It like a real story, so seriously. And they said, how do you say, I forgot what it was, but they said, how do you say this in cat? And she just went, meow, 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 meow. And they said to the boyfriend, did you understand that? He said, yeah. It's like, I was like, this is so ridiculous.
You shouldn't be giving, the media should not be giving airtime to those kind of people, because that is mental illness.
Yeah, but it's their agenda, It's the same thing.
Oh, yeah, it's the agenda. So hey, I respect that person. They can do, if they want to be a cat, they can be a cat.
I don't respect them, but I want to be.
Oh yeah, but I won't deny their right to be a cat.
Yeah, but I'll deny saying it.
Yeah, but I won't deny not agreeing with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Anyway.
Well, that was a great little story just then. Okay, so what? Yeah. So I'll get into the definition of, because there's there's a lot of them, but so when you got to cover first of all is the so there's non-binary, because I never really understood that sort of thing, but the actual definition is not relating to, composed of, or involving just two things. So basically, in my mind, I understand that as you can be made up of multiple different things, multiple different genders.
Yeah.
According to that.
And it's not male and female just necessarily. It's other stuff.
But because binary, the term binary is like a scientific term, right? So that
so that's male and female.
So that definition is relating to, using, or denoting a system of numerical notation that does not have two as a base. Because binary is two. Yeah.
Basically, it's like binary, real news, trustworthy, and non-binary is fake news.
Yeah.
And one more thing is gender fluid. I've heard this. I still don't really get it, but so gender fluid is a gender identity, best described as a dynamic mix of boy and girl. So a person who is gender fluid may always feel like a mix of the two traditional genders, but may feel more boy some days and other days more girl. Yeah, and being gender fluid has nothing to do with what genitalia you have or sexual orientation. Even though I thought that gender, what genitalia you have is like exactly what gender is dictated by.
Yeah. Well, that's basically, that's the law of the world.
Yeah.
That is the law of the world. Like, it all started that way.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what you believe, if you're religious or if you're not, you can't deny that that is how it started. So, whether or not you believe that, there has to be some sort of there is a reason for that, because we meant to procreate.
Yeah, I see when we see these non-binary ones, or gender fluid, it's like they know they've got a penis and they know they're male, but they don't want to be called that. They want to be called by their whatever gender they've chosen for themselves. It's confusing.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, like, they want us people to accept that, but they in turn then have to accept that at the end of the day that
we don't want to accept it.
Yeah, or but then they have to accept biology as well. So they have to take both sides of the coin, which is what most of them don't want to do. It's like, no, blah blah blah, and this and that, and that's fine. But you do have to find the middle ground and be like, well, you know, I am. If you go from male to female, at the end of the day, you are still a man.
Yeah,
you can't argue.
Just ask them the question, like, have you got a penis or a vagina?
Yeah.
Argument over. Shall we get into some of these anyway?
Yeah.
All right. You got to start off with one.
All right. What was the one? What? So you get
anyone?
Yeah. Well, so this one here, it says. So ace flux, similar to gender flux, where the intensity of sexual attraction you feel fluctuates. Asexual to demisexual to allosexual and back. Like, these things are so like. No wonder why people today, like young people growing up, teenagers, for example, are getting so confused by all this bombardment of just crap. How can you understand that?
I don't know. Do you see that little diagram they've got there?
With all
halfway
that,
down the page.
Yeah.
It's like male, female, and then they've made up a bunch of things.
I know. So it's like they've gone.
And one of them says butch.
I know. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. But now it's just disappeared from my thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, there it is.
We won't go to that one yet. Okay. Where was this ace gender? What number?
Oh, that was down. That's under that. That's under that diagram.
Oh, no. Let's just do the top one first.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, that's why I was getting all confused.
Okay.
Here you go.
So Adam's gender, number 2, it says a gender which refuses to be categorized. That'd be annoying.
Yeah. So you have to.
They're clearly a man, and then you say, "Hey, man." They go, "Do not call me that. I identify as Adam's gender, or Adamus gender."
That's the thing. Like, you have to be you have to be categorized, because you can't. So here's the thing, right? You're a human being. You are existing. So you have an existence. Therefore, you have to be categorized. You can't just go ahead. So are you existing? So what are you? Oh, I'm nothing.
No, I don't. It's basically I identify as nothing, but at the same time I identify as Adamus gender.
Yeah. So look at that. It's so contradictory. It goes against logic.
Yeah. You should just say. It should just say nothing. I'm nothing.
Hey, well, here, this one. I'll go on right here. Boy flux. Boy flux. When one feels mostly or all male most of the time, but can experience fluctuating intensity of male identity. Well, then you're male. That's confirming that you're a man.
No, it's like, maybe it's like you're normal and you're acting like, just your normal yourself, and then you're like, all of a sudden, oh, I've got the power. I'm
gonna play some rugby.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip his head off. Is that what it is?
Well, that's how I understand it.
Or is it if you're a man and then all of a sudden you're like, I want a lollipop? Like
maybe
a little boy.
But it's just saying that. But it's just but it doesn't mention that. It just mentions the male. So yeah.
Freaking hell, I don't know. All right. But this one, burst gender. A gender that comes in intense bursts of feeling and quickly fades back to their original state. What does that mean? It's kind of the same as the boy flux.
So, well, it's kind of like how I interpret. It's like, so you're sitting there, right? I'm a man, and then you might wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh, oh my gosh, I feel like a woman. Dun, 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 dun.
And then go back to sleep.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
burst. This is weird. It's so stupid.
hang on. Look at this one. Biogender, a gender that feels connected to nature in some way.
What?
That's nothing. That can't be a gender. That's just like that just means you're passionate about nature. Man. Oh, this is
What?
great stuff to talk about. This is excellent.
Biogender.
No,
What?
hang on. Wait. As the gender. As the
Which one?
gender. A
Which?
gender that feels bright and celestial.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. But no offense means to be taken to anyone. Yeah, hey, all we're doing is just sharing stuff that's on the internet. So,
We can't
all
help
it
but
is.
to find funny.
Oh, yeah,
But
you got to laugh
how
otherwise.
are those gender? Like, I didn't get it. Is it
Oh,
just a
no, here's the
title?
one. Here's the one, Chris. This is the one that's one of the most common ones. You hear it all. Have you heard of the word cis? CIS?
I saw it before, yeah.
Yeah, so it's that cisgender. The feeling of being the gender you were assigned at birth all the time.
So
So
we
hang
have
on.
cisgender.
Well, basically, that's what it says. The feeling of being the gender you were assigned at birth all the time. Assigned
Yeah.
female, feeling female. So that's,
But
yeah.
why do they have to, like, so why, like, if we're born males, why do you need to add another gender? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's male, I'm a male cisgender. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like
Yeah.
just stating the obvious. Wow. Cloud gender. A gender that cannot be fully realized or seen clearly due to depersonalization, derealization disorder. I don't even know what that is.
No, yeah, see, that's when you got to get people involved. Someone's got some psychiatric issues if they're feeling like that.
Yeah. Well,
I
I'd
mean, come
probably
on.
say for all of these, but
Well,
like I
yeah.
don't even know.
No,
Oh
hang on.
man.
And then this one, ego gender, a gender that is so personal to your experience and only be described as you. That's not a gender, that's just you having a big ego.
But
It's
okay,
not a
well,
gender.
what about this one? Common gender. When you know you aren't cisgender, but you settle with your assigned gender for the time being.
Oh
Like,
my God. See,
what is that?
oh,
So, it's like you're disappointed. I'm a man.
mm,
I'm a man. I got a penis, so I'll settle for that for now. I don't even know the difference between that real. It's a feeling, eh? It's a feeling.
yeah. So all they're going off is your feelings, not of,
Yeah, these are not genders. These are feelings.
yeah. So that's what it goes back to what you're saying is fake news because gender is obviously, well, we all know, we keep talking about it, we all know what it is. Yeah, these are just basically they're going off as just feeling. What? Look,
Yeah.
have you ever heard of something so bizarre as this? Glass gender, a gender that is very sensitive and fragile. Come on, you've got to be shitting me. You have got
Oh
to
man.
be shitting me. Oh, I
Oh
can't get over
man.
this. Like, nah, come on. Like, this is bloody heliogender, a gender that is warm and burning. Nah, like,
Heal gender. Heal gender. A gender that once realized brings a lot of peace, clarity, security, and creativity to individuals' mind. I don't even understand. Like, how is
yeah.
this a gender?
Hey, go look at 101 and tell me how you pronounce that word.
Koi gender?
Yeah. Feeling as if the concept of gender is inapplicable or nonsensical to oneself.
What about that what subgender? Mostly a gender with a bit of another agenda.
Oh, come
It's like,
on. See, now it's like they're just trying to make up stuff. And it's like, no, most of these things, their description is very similar.
like, see, and then on below that, sir gender, having a gender that's 100% one gender, but with more of another gender added on top of that. So you're like 150 of something.
Hang on, is this like is this like a piss take site or what's going on here? Because this is like,
Do you know that? See here that 106 transgender. To me, that means transsexual. You had a penis and you cut it off. But now
yeah,
it says any gender identity that trans says or does not align with your assigned. Oh wait, no, sorry, trade gender. Sorry, sorry, no.
oh, well, hang on, because this site thing here says gender identity in 2019 is taken more seriously, and see, this has been taken from Tumblr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people call themselves this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So what about that trigender? The feeling of having three simultaneous or fluctuating genders. So I guess does that mean like that's so confusing because if it's trigender and it's on this list, that means it's not these aren't the type. It's like three different ones from this list. Sometimes
Yeah.
you can be glass. So it's like when you're crying, you're glass gender. And then when you're feeling good about yourself and spiritual, you're that what was that one? Ego was it
Yeah. Ego
the
gender. Yeah.
yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
what about this one? Vapogender. A gender that sort of feels like smoke and can be seen on a shallow level, but once you go deeper, it disappears and you are left with no gender and only tiny wisps of what you thought it was.
What oh
This
what?
shit's cracking me up beyond comprehension. I'm gonna read that out again. I'm gonna read that
Yeah.
again because that is like this is pure comedy gold. This is a gender that sort of feels like smoke. Can be seen on a shallow level, but once you go deeper, it disappears and you are left with no gender and only tiny wisps of what you thought it was.
So you're like, I thought I was a boy.
Oh, but now I'm nothing. Now I'm nothing. Save me.
Oh, should we move on to that bottom one? So those are I think it's types of attraction.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Your
Oh,
answer
yeah.
of
So
your sexual
this is like,
orientation.
yeah.
Um, wait a minute. Wait, where's that auto? So the auto means the feeling of attraction only towards oneself. So
Yeah.
you're
So
like looking in the mirror and you're like, damn, you're sexy.
yeah. So
Do
it's
you want to have?
ego. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to have sex like with yourself? How does that work? I love the way you touch me. Like, to yourself in the mirror. How does this work? It's just masturbation. It's
Well, yeah,
just
pretty much.
oh freaking out. What else? What do you got?
Oh, huh. Ficto. Only feeling a certain type of attraction towards fictional characters.
That's quite widely spread in Japan. I think there's like some heaps of weirdos here.
Well, when you think
Like
about it, it could
anime
be quite.
characters.
Yeah, that could be quite common. People when they
Yeah,
see like a movie star or something, like Brad Pitt or whoever, they probably feel like they're attracted to them.
yeah. I think it's more. Maybe yeah. Like no, but it's the person who he plays on the movie, not Brad. Like Brad Pitt
Oh
might be a
yeah,
dick,
yeah, it's the
but on
character.
one of the
Yeah.
movies, yeah, something like that. Ah, Frey. Only experience attraction towards those who are less familiar with that. Feeling is lost when they become closer or more familiar. So you like them because they're a stranger, and then you get to know them, and you're like, I don't like you anymore. That's people who just go out to clubs looking for sex, you know, one night stand people. They're afraid. Hetero-flexible. The feeling of having mostly hetero attraction, yet having an openness for other genders. Isn't that just bisexual?
Pretty much. Huh. See this one here. No.
Yeah.
Or nosema, feeling attracted to everyone except cis men because of associated oppression. So it's basically like hating men. Yeah. It's like hating men because they feel like you're oppressed by men. My goodness.
Oh, yeah. Look at this, like homo-flexible. The feeling of having mostly homo attraction, yet having an openness for other genders. That's just bisexual again.
Yeah.
Ah, freaking hell! I didn't know you could be so. Like this is the same. People didn't know like lesbian is in this category too. So you could, if you're a lesbian, but maybe men could be okay sometimes, then you're homo-flexible, not a lesbian. Just to clarify that.
Man,
There's so many. Some of them are so similar. I don't know how many attractions can you have.
No, but here's the ultimate thing: is that people have to be able to distinguish between feelings and gender. Not like this is what ends up like confusing people. Like, imagine if you met someone at the pub or something, right? You're talking to them, and they go, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah." So you're getting to know them, and they go, "Hey, I'm da da da. My name's da da da," and they go, "Oh, I'm this this this," and they start listing off like 30 things of who they are.
Yeah.
It's like, but you can't. Imagine how, if you were really seriously thinking that you are that, how is that good for your mental well-being?
Oh, how could you be one of those genders? So, like, you say you're one of these genders, but then you're a homosexual. Wouldn't that just mean like
You're a
you're
homosexual.
obviously man? Yeah, no, but you're homosexuality is same-sex relations, right?
Yeah.
So if you identify as a homosexual, you're not. Oh yeah, if you say you're a homosexual, that means you're a man seeking men or a woman seeking woman. And then you said you're a man. Otherwise, if you're not a man or a woman, then you can't be a homosexual.
Yeah. Simple.
That's why. So you can say like you're a polygender, the feeling of having more than one simultaneous or fluctuating gender. And then you could say I'm I don't know, one of the I'm homo flexible or whatever. So yeah, you'd be in effect you'd be saying you're a man or a woman, really.
Yeah. But the thing is, right? It's like,
but it says the lesbian one says someone who identifies fully or partially as a woman. So there's all these different terms because like they don't identify as a man or a woman, they identify as one of those things we were reading before. And then this will be like I can't even find where's a good example. Like 44 new feeling attraction towards people who are genderless.
but
How can you be genderless?
Yeah, so bottom line, you can't be genderless. Fact.
Yeah.
Like, regardless, like, so at the end of the day, you have to pick one of those 50 odd or whatever. You can't be genderless. You at least have to pick something. but like it goes to the
like,
it goes.
How do you behave? How do genderless people behave? Because I think typically, if you're a man, well, yeah, but if you're a man, but you identify as the genderless one, then you wouldn't be just like, I think naturally you're going to be displaying man qualities in the way
physical,
man,
yeah. What bathroom
so
would a genderless person use?
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, like imagine you're taking a piss next to someone, they go, "I'm genderless." I'll be like, "Oh crap."
Okay, so no. Then no. Here's what my reply would be. I'd be like, well, then how are you taking a piss?
Yeah. Are you an alien?
Yeah. Yeah. Where are you from? Get out of here.
You got a flat spot.
I would literally ring the police. I'd be like going.
So in the future, do you reckon
there's an alien here?
Are they gonna like require all these different bathrooms or something?
Well, maybe that's what the future could hold, and I would not want to live in a future like that.
Yeah,
but like, so what I was going back to before is right now, like I've had like an experience, like now, so I'm a straight male, I like women. Now, you probably know about this, but at points in my life, I've liked like two females at the same time, right? But that feeling passes. It doesn't define your gender. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't class yourself on those things because at the end of the day, your gender is your gender. That feeling is just a feeling and it'll pass. So it doesn't define who you are or what. No, it doesn't define what you are.
Yeah. Just because you remember when I got broken up in my earlier years, got my heart broken, and I was sitting in my room listening to those sad songs. Like,
yes, yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm a glass gender.
No, yeah. It means that you're you're at that point in time you're feeling a particular emotion.
Yeah.
And that will go.
At least we're a little bit educated on this now because our reactions before is just like, if someone said this to me, I'd be like, what?
But it's just bamboozled me completely. Like, I mean, I struggle to think what very young people are growing up in this day and age with all this bombardment of this kind of information. Like, it's not good for the just well-being of like your mental well-being. Like,
the annoying thing is as well. Sorry, that the annoying thing is like if you don't know these, and then someone tells you and you don't even understand, they're gonna persecute you because you didn't know.
Oh yeah. They're gonna be like, well, how come you didn't know? That that is arrogance on your part because you didn't know that.
Yeah, hate speech.
Yeah. Or you must hate me. Yeah, it's like, oh my goodness, like, can you like live in a normal or have a normal frame of mind, please?
All right.
It's like
maybe that's enough of that before we offend people, more people. Sorry for laughing, but it's fun.
Sorry, we didn't mean to offend anyone. But like, you've got to laugh at funny things you find funny, So we'll leave that one at that, and we'll catch you back on another entertaining video.
Yeah.